today we're going to learn division using the standard algorithm. The first thing I want to do is I look at my 32 and I see if it can go into 9. It can't, so I'm going to just put an X right above that 9. The next thing is, can 32 go into 98? Now I know that this is 9,824, but I'm pretending right now that it's just 98. So I know that 32 times 3 gives me 96, which is really close to 98. I cannot multiply by 4 because I'm going to go way over. And so 32 times 3 gives me 96. So I'm going to put a 3 up here. And I'm going to put 96 down here. And I'm going to subtract it. Now before I get much further, what I always teach my students is that division is repetition. The same steps over and over until I get a 0 or a remainder. What I mean by that is I teach them this little song. I'm going to draw it up here. And then I'll teach it to you. So we always say divide, multiply, subtract. Bring it on down and bring it on back. Divide, multiply, subtract. Bring it on down and bring it on back. As you can see, it is a pattern. It repeats itself over and over again until the whole problem is done. So I divided. 98 divided by 32. I got my 3. I multiplied. 3 times 32 is 96. And now I'm going to subtract 98 minus 96, and I'm going to get a 2. I now have to bring the next number down and bring it all the way back to division. Okay? So 32 going into 22. It can't happen. 32 cannot go into 22, so I'm going to put a 0. And now multiplying 0 times 32, which is 0. 22 minus 0 is 22. And now I can bring down my 4 and start the division process all over again. Okay? So over here, I figured out that 32 multiplied times 3 equals 96. I want to get close to this 224. So I wonder if I had 32 and I multiplied that by 7, what would happen? 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 3 is 21. Add another 1 and I get 22, and it is actually a perfect match. Okay? So I'm going to put my 7 up there, and 7 times 32 is 224. I subtract those two numbers and I get 0. I have nothing more to bring down. I have 0. I do not have a remainder. My problem is complete. So my answer is 307. This number is 5,902. But for the purpose of dividing, I'm going to look at this as a 5. Not a 5,000, but just a 5. 13 is bigger than 5, so I cannot divide into it. I'm going to put an X. But I do know that 13 can go into 59. So I'm going to take 13 and I'm going to mess around with it a little bit to see how close to 59 I can get without going over. 13 is close to 15. And if I count by 15s, it would be 15, 30, 45, 60. So if I multiplied it by 4, I would get to 60. So I wonder what happens if I multiply 13 by 4, and if I get close enough to that 59 without needing another 13 or without going over. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is a 5. So I have 52. That is as close to 59 as I'm going to get without going over. So I'm going to put my 4 up here. And I'm going to multiply 4 times 13, which gives me 52. I'm subtracting, and I get a 7. And now I have to bring down my 0, and I have 70. I wonder if this is 52. I wonder if I do 13 times 5, if I get close to that 70. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 1 is 6. 65 is going to be as close to 70 as I can get. So I'm going to put my 5 up here. 5 times 13 is 65. I have to subtract. I have a 5 left over, and now I'm bringing down this 2. And I have 52 left. As I looked up here, I already know that 52 divided by 13 is 4. 4 times 13 is 52. I subtract it and I get a 0. I don't need to have a remainder, and so my answer is going to be 454.